Section 164. Sanjaya said, having heard those words of Duryodhana, Gudakesha, of great fame, looked at the gambler's son with eyes exceedingly red, and eyeing Kesava also, and tossing his massive arms, he addressed the gambler's son, saying, He who, relying on his own strength, summoneth his foes and fighteth with them fearlessly, he spoke on half as a man. He, however, who, relying on the strength of others, summoneth his foes, is an infamous Kshatriya, in consequence of his incapacity. Such an one is regarded as the lowest of men. Relying on the strength of others, thou, O Duryodhana, being a coward thyself, desirest yet, O fool, to rebuke thy foes, having installed Bhishma, the oldest of all the Kshatriyas, whose heart is ever bent in doing what is good, who hath all his passions under control, and who is endued with great wisdom, in the command of thy troops, and made him liable to certain death, thou indulgest in brag, O thou of a wicked understanding. Thy object in doing this is fully known to us, O wretch of thy race. Thou hast done it, believing that sons of Pandu will not, from kindness, slay the son of Ganga. Know, however, O Dhritarashtra's son, that I will slay that Bhishma first in the sight of all the bowmen, relying upon whose strength thou indulgest in such woes. O gambler's son, repairing hence on to the Bharatas, and approaching Duryodhana, the son of Dhritarashtra, say unto him that Arjuna hath said, So be it. After this night will have passed away, the fierce encounter of arms will take place. Indeed, Bhishma, of unfailing might and firmly adhering to truth, hath told thee in the midst of the Kurus these words, This I will slay the army of the Sringayas and the Slavyas. Let that be my task, excepting Drona, I can slay the whole world. Thou needest not, therefore, entertain any fear of the Pandavas. At this thou, O Duryodhana, regardest the kingdom as thy own, and thinkest that the Pandavas have sunk into distress. Thou hast been filled with pride at this. Thou seest not, however, danger that is in thy own self. I shall therefore in battle first slay before thy very eyes Bhishma, the eldest of the Kurus. At sunrise tomorrow, at the head of the troops, with standards and cars protect ye, that leader of thy forces, firm in these promises. I shall with my arrows throw him down, who is your refuge, from his car before the eyes of you all. When the morrow cometh, Suryodhana will know what is to indulge in brag, beholding the grandsire covered with my arrows. Thou shalt, O Suryodhana, very soon see the fulfillment of that which Bhimasena in anger had said in the midst of the assembly unto thy brother, that man of limited sight, is Dusasana, wedded to unrighteousness, always quarrelsome of wicked understanding, and cruel in behavior. Thou shalt soon see the terrible effects of vanity and pride, of wrath and arrogance, of bragging and artlessness, cutting words and acts, of aversion from righteousness and sinfulness, and speaking ill of others, of transgressing the counsels of the aged, of oblique sight, and of all kinds of vices. O scum of humanity, O const thou, O fool, O for either life or kingdom, if I, having Vasudeva for my second, give way to anger, after Bhishma and Drona will have been quieted, and after the Suta's son will have been overthrown, thou shalt be hopeless of life, kingdom and sons, hearing of the slaughter of thy brothers and sons, and struck mortally by Bhimasena. Thou will, O Suryodhana, recollect all thy misdeeds. Tell him, O gambler's son, that I do not owe a second time. I tell thee truly that all this will be true. Departing hence, O Uluka, say, O sire, these words of mine unto Suryodhana, it behoveth thee not to apprehend my behavior by the light of thy own, know the difference there is between thy conduct and mine, which is even the difference between truth and falsehood. I do not wish harm to even insects and ants. What shall I say, therefore, of my ever wishing harm to my kinsmen? O sire, it was for this that 5 villages were only solicited by me. Why, O thou of wicked understanding, dost thou not see the dire calamity that threatens thee? Thy soul overwhelmed with lust, thou indulgest in wantings from defectiveness of understanding. It is for this also thou acceptest not the beneficial words of Vasudeva. What need now of much talk? Fight against us with all thy friends. Say, O gambler's son, unto the Kuru prince, who always doth what is injurious to me. These words also, which thy words have been heard, their sense also hath been understood. Let it be as thou wishest. O son of King Bhimsena then once more said these words. O Uluka, say those words of mine unto the wicked-minded, deceitful, and unrighteous Duryodhana, who is an embodiment of sin, who is wedded to kill, and whose behavior is exceedingly wicked. Thou shalt have to dwell in the stomach of the vulture, or in Hastinapura, O scum of humankind. I shall assuredly fulfill the vow I have made in the midst of the assembly. I swear in the name of truth, slaying Dussasana in battle, I shall quaff his life's blood. Slaying also all thy other brothers, I shall smash thy own thighs. Without doubt, O Duryodhana, I am the destroyer of all the sons of Dhritarashtra, as Abhimanyu is of all the younger princes. I shall be my deeds. Gratify you all, hearken once more to me. O Duryodhana, saying this, slaying thee with all thy uterine brothers, I shall strike the crown of thy head with my foot in the sight of the king Yudhishthira the just. Nakula, then O king, said these words. O Uluka, say unto Dhritarashtra's sons, Duryodhana, of Kuru's race, that all the words uttered by him have now been heard, and their sense understood. I shall, O Kauravya, do all that thou hast commanded me to do. And Sahadeva also, O monarch, said these words of grave import. O Duryodhana, it will be all as thou wishest. Thou shalt have to repent, O great king, along with thy children, kinsmen, and counselors, even as thou art now bragging joyously in view of our sufferings. And Virata and Drupada, both venerable in years, said these words unto Uluka. It is even our wish that we have become slaves of a virtuous person. Whether, however, we are slaves or masters will be known tomorrow, as also who owns that manliness, what manliness. After them Shikandin said these words unto Uluka. Thou must say unto King Duryodhana, who is always addicted to sinfulness, these words. We see, O king, what fierce deed is perpetrated by me in battle. I shall slay grandsire of thine from his car, relying upon whose prowess thou art certain of success in battle. Without doubt I have been created by the all-soiled Creator for the destruction of Bhishma. I shall assuredly slay Bhishma in the sight of all women. After this Dhritarashtra also said unto Uluka, the gambler's son, these words. Say unto Prince Duryodhana these words. This I shall slay Drona with all his followers and friends, and I shall do a deed which none else will ever do. King Yudhishthira once more said these words, fought with clemency. As, O monarchy, I never desired the slaughter of my kinsmen. But thou of wicked understanding, it is from thy fault that all this will surely take place. I shall of course have to sanction the fulfillment of their great feats by all these around me. Go hence, O Uluka, without delay, or stay here. O sire, for blessed be thou, we too are thy kinsmen. Uluka, then, O king, thinking permission of Yudhishthira, the son of Dharma, went thither where King Duryodhana was. Thus addressed the gambler's son carefully, bearing in mind all he had heard. Returned to the place from which he had come, and arriving there he fully represented unto the vindictive Duryodhana all that Arjuna had charged him with, and he also faithfully communicated unto Dhritarashtra's son the words of Vasudeva, of Bhima, of King Yudhishthira the just, of Nakula and Virata and Drupada, O Bharata, and the words of Sahadeva and Dhritarashtra and Shikandi, and the words also that were spoken, subsequently by Kesava and Arjuna, and having listened to the words of the gambler's son Duryodhana, that bull of Bharata's race, ordered Dussasana and Karna and Sukuni, O Bharata, and their own troops and the troops of the allies, and all the assembled kings to be arrayed in divisions and be ready for battle before sunrise next tomorrow. Messengers then instructed by Karna, and hastily mounting on cars and camels and mares and good steeds, endued with great fleetness, quickly rode through the encampment, and at Karna's command they promulgated the order, array yourself before sunrise tomorrow. Thus ended section 164 in the Uluka Dutagamana Parva of the Udyoga